I fitted LED headlights to my Astra VXR, and I got absolutely ripped to shreds in the comments because the lenses on the headlights were so faded that you basically couldn't see through them. Well, the bullying worked, so in this video I'm finally going to fix them. We've got this auto glim headlight restoration kit, which just attaches to a drill. Spin the polishing pad round, basically sand the crusty yellow stuff off the surface of the headlight, polish it up, and are left with a clear headlight again, hopefully. So without further ado, let's get these headlights refurbed, and we'll see how much better it makes the front end of the car look. Don't mind that, we'll talk about that in a future video. I'm removing the upper grille to give me more room to work around the headlights. Now it's time to mask off the surrounding area with 2 to 3 layers of masking tape, a couple of inches wide so that you don't go through the paint if you slip with the sanding discs. You want to start with left to right passes using the high speed setting on your drill with like a medium pressure, making sure to cover the whole headlight. It's going to look worse to start with, but don't worry. As we progress through the higher grit sandpapers, we're going to buff out any of the scratches left at this point. I figured it was a good idea to get this side bit of the headlight as well, since you'll be able to see it poking out from the front a little bit, and I don't want this bit to look scabby. Next, it's time to do the same thing, but with an up and down motion to even out the marks from the first pass. And all we're going to do for the rest of the process is basically repeat this, left to right, then up and down motion, with finer and finer sandpapers and eventually polishing compound until the lights are crystal clear. When the sandpaper gets clogged, it's time to switch to a new pad, and we're going to keep going until half of the included 6 pieces of 800 grit sandpaper have been used up. Wiping it down between passes will help stop the sandpaper clogging up and also make you feel a little better because the swirls that look like you've ruined your headlights are mostly in the dust, not the actual lens itself. Now we're getting on with the 1600 grit, and then we'll take a quick break to check our progress against the other light. Let's check out the difference already. This is one that hasn't been done. It's pretty yellow, I would say. And if we come over to this one, see straight through it, and that's still cloudy from being sanded. So we've got the 2000 grit to do next, and I think that'll be a wet sand with a foam pad. Then I think we're almost done. So let's get on with finishing this side, and then we'll do a proper before and after, and then finish the other side off. This next step is a wet sand, so wet the light and the pad with a spray bottle. I used soapy water because I just happened to have some in the front of the shed and I was being lazy. I don't really recommend it because it makes a mess, but it does make it really easy to see where you've been over. But we just want to repeat the same process a couple more times, obviously using only half of the sandpaper so we've got enough to do the other side, and just making sure that nothing dries out. This is the step where the magic happened for me, where the lights really started to look clear. Here I'm spreading polishing compound on the light with the foam applicator, all included in the kit, and then we can get started on the final stage, which is going to make the lights proper clear and shiny. And how's that for a finished product? Right, now for the real before and after comparison. That's a Sneak preview for you. Oh yeah, you can really see, even though it's not focused on it. Spin the camera around. So that is the before, and then this is the after. It's like a completely different headlight in it. That is crazy. Can't see through this one at all. This one is like crystal clear. So the old Auto Glim headlight restoration kit doesn't do a bad job at all, does it? That's going to look so much better. Now we've just got to do the same thing on the other side. I time-lapsed this on my phone so that you don't get too bored watching it all again. But stay tuned, because right after this we're going to tidy the whole car up and take it to Motorist and put it on display for the day. Now both headlights are done and the masking tape's removed, the whole front end of the car's looking a lot fresher, but the engine bay's been splattered with polishing compound, so here I am giving it a quick detail and a freshen up before we put the grille back on and finish up by washing the outside of the car. While I'm at it, I decided to fix another cosmetic issue that's been bugging me for literally years at this point. One of the first things I did to the car was fit a white line anti-roll bar and these white line stickers that came in the box, but they faded to completely see-through after about 2 months, and I just left them there ever since. After scraping them off with a knife, it's time to replace them with something new, which are these AP Racing logos that I got for the brake calipers, which didn't end up lining up with the logo on the calipers, so I couldn't use them. I did the same on the other side, and that's just one more little nagging cosmetic issue sorted. Speaking of nagging cosmetic issues, there's this black mark on the arch where someone crashed into me in a car park, and I figured the polishing compound for the headlights would do a great job of removing that. There are probably better ways, but this did work and the mark is way less noticeable than before, so it'll tide me over until I can buy a new wing. Now it's time to get the car washed up, ready to go to the show. With the car as shiny as ever, it's time to head to the Motorist. That's all for this video. If you liked what you saw, remember to like, leave a comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.